Happy Friday. It is a beautiful day here in Pennsylvania. We got a chance to go out for a walk this morning and enjoy the crisp weather. I love all things fall, and I'm loving this beautiful weather. My name is Amanda, and I blog at FaithfullyStepping.com. And every Friday, I send my email list a blog post that I've written for the week, and I just wanted to share that this morning. I was reading this last week in the book of Matthew about the story of the 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. It's a really familiar story, especially if you've grown up around church. But one of my most favorite things is when you read a story you've read 1,000 times and God shows you something different. And that's what he did this week. There's a verse in Matthew that says, Jesus said, "Bring them here." Then he had the people sit on the grass. He took the 5 loaves and 2 fish. He lifted his face to heaven in prayer, blessed, broke, and gave the bread to his disciples. The disciples then gave the food to the congregation. They all ate their fill. They gathered 12 baskets of leftovers. About 5,000 were fed. That's from Matthew 14 from the Message. There's 4 verbs in that verse. And I started thinking about those verbs, and I started thinking, I wonder if that's how God does miracles still today. So I did a study on my own, and I looked up prayer and blessed and break and gave, and I did some study, and I really dug into it. And what I started realizing was, when you really understand the concept, Jesus did not bless the bread in bulk. It would have been really simple if he would have just said, okay, here's the bread, multiplied it with a snap, or saying a command, multiplied it, and then the disciples gave it out. But that's not how Jesus did it. Instead, Jesus blessed the distribution of the bread. As he tore it and passed it off, it kept multiplying. It's a really interesting concept. And when you think about it, it's the same concept that's found with the widow and the oil, if you know that story in the Old Testament. Elisha doesn't bless the oil in abundance right away. No, God blessed the oil. Elisha said, pour it into the vessels. And as she poured it, it began to multiply. So if we think about that, God blesses the distribution. That's a really interesting concept. So what does that mean for you? What does that mean for me today? Matthew Henry in his commentary says, "Thus grace grows by being acted, and while other things perish in the using, spiritual gifts increase in the using." The principle is this: God blesses the distribution. As we give of ourselves to others, as we pour of ourselves into the lives of others, God gives us more energy and strength. When we share our money with others, when we share our food, when we take what we have, our hospitality, and share it with others, God blesses that and helps it to go further. When we take the gifts that God's given to us, whatever that is, maybe it's writing, maybe it's painting, maybe it's speaking, maybe it's your humor, maybe it's hospitality, maybe it's serving as a nurse, whatever your gifting is, when you take that and pour it out to others, God blesses. He blesses in the lives of others. It doesn't mean that God gives us a blessing in a lump sum. I'm an author, and I would love for each time I write a book to be an instant success and the bank account to multiply and sell lots of books. But that's not how God works. Instead, as I write books, I pour myself into those books, and then those books pour into the lives of others. And as somebody picks up one of my Christian Living books, they're actually getting a piece of myself, and God can bless that distribution. So the more we can pour ourselves into the lives of others, the more God can bless us. So today, how are you pouring yourself into the lives of others? What do you have that you can share with somebody else today? For more encouragement on this topic, I am reading A Million Little Ways by Emily Freeman. I'm loving this book. I had to wade through the beginning just a little bit. It didn't really get going until about halfway through. I am absolutely loving this book. If you're interested in the tagline is Uncover the Art You Were Made to Live. If you want to read more about pouring out your art into the lives of others, this is a great book for you. Hope you have a great day.